Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of KARLTON Says Live. Happy Friday. Hope you guys are having a great Friday. Great start to the weekend. I know I'm excited. Got some plans. You know, I got some karma filming to do this weekend.
Yes. You know I'm excited.
I know. So I know a lot of you guys are excited too. So we're happy. But we're happy that you're here with us. KARLTON Says Live. We're doing things a little different as always. We're always trying to transition, trying to get better. So I'm really excited about everything that we're doing. So this is great.
I'm excited about our new addition.
Yeah.
A large
screen
came up. Nice.
That's what we were talking about last week. Growth.
Right.
Yes.
Exactly.
Growth.
Exactly. We're definitely growing. We're definitely going to do a lot of great big things here in 2015. So we're excited. We didn't introduce ourselves though. That's rude.
Oh.
I'm KARLTON.
I'm Tamika.
And I'm Terrence, DJ I am, in the building.
Yeah. And we're going to go ahead and get started because we got a lot of great things to talk about today. But first, of course, as always, we want to honor people who have left lasting legacies here. Of course, you guys know that this weekend is Martin Luther King Jr. holiday weekend. We celebrate this man's legacy and all the great things that he's done, marching for freedom, the nonviolent approach that he took, and making sure that African Americans had the same equal rights that everyone has, in the United States of America. So he's definitely left a legacy. That's the least that we could say about him. He's done a lot of great things. And I can't say this enough. He left a great legacy for us to follow and for us to pattern. And to me, what Martin Luther King Jr. holiday means to me is it shows that we've come a long way, but it shows that we have a long way to go still. I feel we say this all the time about stop being crabs in a barrel. I feel that yes, we as African Americans have come a long way and we have progressed, but at the same time, I feel like we can progress farther if we stop fighting each other. You know what I'm saying? We always try to say, the white man's against us or the Asian man's against us or whoever, blah, 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 blah. But we're against our own selves.
Yeah, I was just about to say that it's more like we're pulling each other down and we're doing it for them. We're not giving them a chance to do it, In his day and age, he didn't have a chance to have excuses. It was get it done, let's try to work together, let's do this as one. And I feel like it's kind of one of those things where, how people say all the time, how soon you forget. It's very easy to forget what someone had to go through to get you to where you are.
That's true.
And just because he started the flame does not mean that we blow it out. We should have continued to carry it. So I really do feel like we need to work more towards that legacy and everything that he has done on earth. I really do believe that people are placed on this earth for a purpose and that he fulfilled his purpose. But I don't think that his dream is complete yet.
Definitely not. I think it's far from complete.
It's far from complete. Especially now, I almost feel like maybe we reverted back a bit. I don't want to say like, okay, we're slaves again and, all this stuff. We do have the right to vote. We do have equal rights, this, and the third. But are we utilizing those things? You can sit at home and you can... I just don't know how people just complain all the time about things, but you have the right to change that now.
Right.
They didn't have the right to change that then. They have the right to change that now. We have people, not even of African American descent, but for all races, we have that ability to put those people in office, to vote for who we want to represent us, to do right in the streets, in the community and stuff, but what are we doing? So, we always want to promote growth here. We always want to promote social action and, giving back. So
I just think nowadays people are really ungrateful. I think especially like our generation and then the generation after us, I think that they're very ungrateful because they complain about different things or whatever. They're always just saying this ain't fair. But it's like our ancestors fought for a lot of things that we have now, and I think and it tarnishes what they did if we don't go out and vote. If we constantly are bickering with each other, killing each other with our own guns, black on black crime, that tarnishes what our ancestors fought for. So I just feel like you should take the time out, especially this Martin Luther King holiday, just kind of to reflect and be grateful for all the great freedoms that you do have. Because without what Martin Luther King did and Rosa Parks and Malcolm X and all the other great people that fought for us, and without their contributions, we would still be where they were.
Yeah.
So we just gotta take the time out and be grateful and just kind of just remembering the legacy and also remember what kind of legacy do you want to leave when you leave this earth one day. So.
And I couldn't imagine being spit on and kicked down and not being paid the same amount as my white counterparts, or not being treated the same as a man as being an African American woman in the workplace. I couldn't imagine those things, being sprayed down by water hoses and attacked by dogs. Those types of things, people, we can't even march for AIDS or for education. They marched to live. They really didn't have a choice about, am I going to go to this today? It's raining outside. They marched for life. So just be grateful and just really think about it and take this time, to do some research. If you have children, educate your children on it. I'm taking my son to see Selma. He's been asking me all week about Martin Luther King. He asked me about the president. He asked me about different people. And if your child is intuitive and they're interested, educate them while they're interested now, because it'll come a time where they don't care anymore. So let them know now how far we've come.
Yes, I think that's very important. And speaking of Selma, Selma actually, they released the Oscar nominations today. And Selma actually has 2 Oscar nominations.
I know.
That's so good. That's so good. They got Best Original Picture and they have Best Original Song, which is by Common and John Legend.
I can't wait to hear it. I don't think I've heard it yet.
I know I have it. I ain't gonna sit up here in front be on Front Street. So
that's really, really
that's
good.
That is good. But a lot of people are still complaining. They feel like the director should have got Best Director. They feel like the actor should have got Best Actor, and they feel like more awards should be given to the movie. And I have 2 things to say about that. With being a creator and a writer and everything. One, yes, it's great to get accolades, but we shouldn't create art to get accolades.
I was just about to say that.
You know what I'm saying? That's not what, as a creative, I can only speak for myself. As a creative being, I don't write or create because I want people to say, "Oh, good job," or I want best writer or whatever. Those are nice, and I think that helps pushes you to do better. But that shouldn't be your reason for creating art. You know what I'm saying? You should want to create art because that's who you are, and that's what you want to do, and that's your passion.
Right,
exactly.
Right.
So I feel like for the people who are just saying, "Oh, they should have got this, they should have got that," especially us as African Americans, let's stop trying to cater to I hate to say this, but let's stop catering to these white awards.
Right.
And I'm not coming against white people. I'm definitely not doing that. But I'm just saying, because a lot of times we try to say, oh, well, we didn't get this, we didn't get that, this Oscars and da. But let's appreciate that we're recognizing ourselves. I'm sure they're gonna get NAACP awards. I'm sure they're gonna get BET awards or whatever. I mean, yes, that's not as big a caliber, but at the same time, you're still being recognized. And again, I just want to go back to saying, let's make art for the sake of art. Let's not just do it because, I want to win best this and best that.
Right, and especially with the actors and actresses and all that stuff, they didn't go into this. I'm pretty sure they didn't go in saying, hey, this might get me an Oscar. They went in saying, this is something that needs to be talked about. This is something that needs to be said. This is something that's needed in this day and time with all of this racial tension that's going on in America. This was needed. So I really do. Like you said, it's good to show love and to say, yeah, I got this and I got that. But at the end of the day, when you finish with the pat on the back, do you feel like you've done well done? That's really what matters.
Well, yeah. I think really what this movie is really doing is bringing back. We got a generation that has skipped and forgotten the struggles and what it's really about, and it's really, I think, it's giving them a chance to see what the real struggle is about, not just about just some movie being made. Because I have those memories of what my grandfather told me. I have those memories of what my mother and my father have told me. So at the same time, most of us have taken history lessons and we've been to that point. But then now it's kind of like it skipped a generation. This last generation, I had a young man ask me, well, what did Martin Luther King do for me? I'm like, really?
Yeah.
And it's so sad for people to think that way, because it took courage, and it just took a lot more than just bravery. He was married. He had children. He didn't know if he was going to wake up today or tomorrow and still be alive. Can you imagine being asleep in your bed with your husband and your children sleeping tucked away and a bomb coming through your window? He lived with that every day. He could have given up, but he didn't. He really, literally died for this. And so for people to say, well, what has he done for me? What did he not do for you?
I just think, again, it's for people who don't know, if you're saying like this generation or next generation doesn't know, I think the ball will drop somewhere. And so, definitely you just have to, the generation before us needs to kind of continue to bring that continue to teach us what we need to know, because a lot of times we don't know because we haven't been taught.
Right.
So I mean, you can't expect me to know something if you haven't taught me anything.
Right, and it's literally ignorance, and it goes back to parenting at home, and not just African American parenting, but just knowing your American history in general. My mom taught me about JFK. My mom taught me about Lincoln. My mom taught me about other people other than, you know, the African American leaders of my society. And it's things that's not in the history books. It's not inside of your textbook for social studies in the classroom. All you know is Martin Luther King did this, he had a dream, he died.
Yeah.
Very easy, cut, straight to the point, no chaser, and that's that. So the education has to start somewhere other than the classroom. You can't trust in them to teach your child what you want your child to know.
Exactly. Agreed. Definitely agree with that. Well, let's move on to our next subject. Speaking of legacy, Bill Cosby, you know, he has left a lasting legacy, you know, with his movement for education and, you know, African American power and etc. But unfortunately, his legacy is being tarnished because, you know, there have been reports of, you know, all these women coming out saying that he raped them and they've had sex with them and all this stuff. And it's like 20 plus, I think it's like 30 now, like 30 plus women have come out and saying, you know, Bill Cosby drugged me and he forced me to have sex with him and blah, blah, blah. And from the start, I've been against it because not only am I a Bill Cosby fan, but I just feel like it's just one of those things where all these women just started coming out randomly, and it just seemed like the story just didn't make any sense to me. And I just kind of felt like, oh, there's an end game here. What is your end game, and what are you trying to do? Well, the reports recently came out that Beverly Johnson and Janice Dickinson, those are the two like kind of famous women that have spoke out against Cosby. But some reports have come out saying that they were actually lying. Like one of Beverly Johnson's former people said that Beverly Johnson actually didn't go to a hotel with Bill Cosby. She actually had dinner with Bill Cosby and his wife Camille. So she's kind of coming out and telling the truth, saying, and then Janice, and people also, and there are some people that are saying, sources saying that Janice Dickinson also was lying about her story as well. And I'm gonna have to say this, and you know, again, we've been saying it. We said this when the report first came out that, you know, if it's true, then we pray that the women get healing, and they, you know, and that we pray that the truth does come out and Bill Cosby gets the help that he needs. But I said, if this is false, shame on you, because what you're doing, you're messing up this man's legacy. You know, we can't even watch the Cosby Show like that no more, because you know it's coming on like 6, 7, 8 stations. Now they done took it off. Only person showing is Centric, and that's every now and again.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Between different world they'll show.
And then Bill Cosby, you know, he had a new show that was supposed to be coming out. He was working on that's not coming out no more. His comedy special's been taken off the air. It's like you guys are desperately trying to get this, like, ruin his life and his legacy, and I don't understand what the purpose of all that was. And I'm not saying that Bill Cosby didn't have sex with these women. I'm not saying that, because it was the age of sex and drugs and all that back in the day.
And no one's perfect.
And no one's perfect. So I'm not saying he didn't step out on his wife. But what I'm saying is, for you to have accusations that he raped you, that can ruin somebody's life. So now when we think of Bill Cosby, we're thinking rape. We're thinking drugs. We're thinking sex crimes. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing with Michael Jackson.
I was just about to say that. Michael Jackson. Same thing with Whitney Houston. Sad to say it.
Yeah.
Same thing. The last thought we have of her is in a bathtub, drunk and high.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's like you said, shame on you if you're lying. And I do feel like the timing was off. And that's really what threw me off from the beginning, was the timing. And not only that, but it's a lot of women that fight these rape crimes for real.
Exactly.
Nobody takes them seriously. It's women that's raped every day.
That's a great point.
That's beaten, that's hurt every day. Why would you try to make yourself relevant because you've been irrelevant for so long?
Boom.
By going on air and saying these things and it not being true. Like, I really don't feel like that's fair. Now, ladies, if you did have sex with him and you want to turn it into, oh, he raped me, then feel free to say how you feel and turn it into whatever lie you want to turn it into. But I feel like that's messed up.
It is.
He gave you some wine, you drank it. He gave you a pill, you took it, and then he raped you. Like,
why are you even at this man's hotel? He's a married man. You're a single woman. Why are you there? Let's be real about it. And that is our alarm, because we not have alarms, because you know me and Tamika can talk all day.
We can.
And we can talk all day. So we have alarms to keep us on track, because we definitely want to keep this professional and keep it moving. But we're excited today because you know, we have a special guest here. And we're always about promotion and moving local artists. But if you want to make comments about what we talked about, Martin Luther King Jr. or Bill Cosby, please feel free to send us a Facebook message on our Facebook fan page, KARLTON SAYS. So we love to hear from you. All right. So right now we're gonna throw to the video. It's our special guest, artist Sensey. He's in the building. We're gonna throw to this first video, A Moment in a Diamond. So we're going to check that out, and we'll be right back with Artist Sensei. Keep it here.
Weighted armor? Yeah. You know what you had?
No, I didn't either.
Yeah.
Concealed.
Hey, bro.
It's like, whoa.
Who are you? I'm trying to stuck
Whoa.
your head, bro. Who are you?
Where's the guy with the he's on the camera?
Yo, we in Augusta, Georgia, standing in the middle of a diamond, rhyming, punching our timing, cause no one's gonna give it to you if you just ask nice. I learned quickly that this game is cold as ice, so excuse me if I sound a little hoarse. I'm on top of this bird trying to build my front porch, cause home is where you make it, and there is no chasing me away while my stomach is aching, my guts are waking, and I'm about to drop a load, so hold your nose, cause homie, when I got to go, I got to go, and I'm about to go in on my own soul. It's about time for me and these demons to go toe to toe. I'm sick of being controlled or fooled into being emo about something that I let go. So let's go back to the original origin of the situation. I see them hating, the way it got my heart racing, my mind pacing. It's unfair, but I can't change it, and to fight it would be time wasted. I let it creep up on me. Now it's time to face it, cause we are free beings with the power of choice, and we can conquer or devour anything with our voice. So think carefully, cause if you think about it, you'll speak carefully, and if you speak about it, then you should be about it. That's how trust is earned, and that's how you build a brick house. Hope your pigs learned. When you think you're getting over on your brothers, there's always a wolf waiting for his turn. Which reminds me of a poem that says, once more into the fray, until the last good fight that I'll ever know. I live and die on this day. I live and die on this day.
My spidey sense of tingling with dreams and wishes that came forth and bitten me. Hanging by a thread on a web, I have been led on this path with a field goal that you kicking me. This journey kicking me soccer plays and tendencies. Wanna pack my bags, move from the AUG to Tennessee. Chasing your dreams, you need all types of energy. So pass me my blue Power Raider, any color beat. It ain't about the guap, I'm pulling up in a drop top when you get hot. It's about the love of the game, the growing pains, the path that you came, the way that you changed by speaking life into your name. To be or not to be, the battle's in your mind and the plant follows the seed. I'm getting high off life, so don't pass me no weed. I ain't gotta join the end to be all I can be. People laugh at my pain, they say I ain't got heart, but let me explain. I'm like that car you push and start, but I stay in my lane. There's no need to gas me up, cause I know how to maintain. I remind you of a slow train or turtle, taking my time, but when it's time I'm hopping hurdles. You think I was two people like Stephen Murder Urkel. When I hit the scene with no gasoline, I still hurt you. With my lyrics in the chamber, my gun loaded with them verses, pulling triggers like I done this all my life or I rehearsed this. I just carry myself very well, don't need for purses. I'm a diamond in this moment.
I am a diamond in the rough. I am a diamond in the rough. I am brilliant, but I'm tough. I can write or go off the cuff. Who said homeboy on that other stuff? He dream, he pray, he ain't like us. On earth we sin and God we trust. I'm broken, I'm still breaking. My body's steady quaking. The earth just might be shaking, that don't help the situation. But I'm fine, fine, fine. No, never mind. Depleting into pieces, I can't fill it up with reason. Ancient history next season, forget but don't forgive. No, no, that's no way to live. No, no, driving headfirst into oncoming traffic, blistering cold, I need my chapstick. Honestly, honesty's overrated. I tell people and they hate it, especially when I tell them I'm the greatest. Did I mention I'm the greatest? I lie but never fake it. Gotta draw the line somewhere. Say they got love down to a science. They lying, defy 'em. Come with me, join my alliance. They preaching mind over matter, but great matter makes your mind. So down and take your time. Let the Lord make up your mind, 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 mind.
All right, guys, we are back. That was a great video. Of course, you saw yours truly in that Moment of Diamond. Yes, I had a little brief cameo.
I wasn't invited. You know, just saying.
Oh man,
Great video. I loved it. Loved it.
That was. Anyway, I can't even speak on it. Anyway, so we're here. The person that you need to ask is here. He's here. He's joined us. He's been here before, but now he's back. He has a new video that he has. He wants to. He has out, and we're going to talk about it. He's here with us, Mr. Artist Sensey. Hello, sir. How you doing, man?
Pretty good, man.
Good.
How y'all doing?
We're doing good. We're doing good. Thank you for coming back. I told you I was gonna bring you back when we got better, so I was like, we're here.
Appreciate you having me.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So let's start from the beginning for those who may not know you. Real name Robert McDaniel. Now, why Artist Sensey? Like, where did that come from?
Honestly, it came from I used to watch. Well, I still do because it's still ongoing. There's a show called Naruto, and it's a lot of. It's a Japanese-based cartoon out of anime, that kind of stuff. But a lot of principles that are in that show just kind of stuck out to me, and I kind of saw myself in some instances of what you consider a sensei, which is a teacher. And as far as my craft goes, because I'm really heavy into arts and that kind of stuff, as far as interest and development and that kind of stuff, and I tend to find that I tend to help and am able to help kind of guide people in that process of them being artists, and then as far as them being themselves and that kind of thing too. So it's just kind of made sense at some point, even before I even completely thought about it, that Artist Sensey just kind of sounded neat, kind of rang neat to me. So I just kind of went with it, and it just stuck, and it just kind of still, it's kind of like a timeless thing, kind of thing. So it just stuck with me, so I stuck with it.
Cool. Now you do have a full-length project. I'm gonna mess this up. Venetian? Say it, man.
Vicenary.
I jacked that all up. Say it. What's the name of the album?
Vicenary Search.
Okay, right. And like I said, I had the privilege to be a part of that as well. And I've listened to it several times. I definitely love it because it tells a story, which what I love. That's what I love about Kendrick Lamar is like his album, he told a story. So your album kind of does the same thing where it's telling a story with song, and I love it. So what was your inspiration behind this album?
That one in particular, I think I'd work on a project when I was in college. A guy named by the name of Lance Spears, he did a film project called 20 something, and so I made a song called 20 something, or I just named the song The Vicenarian, and it was just basically a culmination of what I tend to find in my, first of all, Vicenarian is the word that means the age group between 20 and 29. So I just
at the cusp.
Yeah, so I just wanted to kind of culminate the experiences I think a 20-year-old type person would kind of go through, at least what I was going through at the time, and things I was, as far as dreams, aspirations, where I was at, why I wasn't at this spot or whatever, and just kind of culminated in that song for his film, and then from that birthed my own project, Vicenarian Search, which was me trying to the story, the narrative is me trying to get a song on the radio, just trying to get some recognition and that kind of sort, and develop and grow into who I was as an artist, or who I am as an artist. So that's how that came about, and just telling, like you said, just telling a story. Got skits, kind of narrative push, even with the lyrics and the way the music and the skits blend together. So
okay, great. So we got
yeah. So okay, you know, we know Robert and we listen to his music and, you know, we support him with everything. But for people that don't know, what is your muse? What is your inspirational spot, your happy place? Where do you go to get this, you know, inspirational energy and to make this music that you're making?
Well, it's kind of hard to say. I think one of the things that always struck a chord with me is a sense of purpose, you know, and being able to find that for yourself. I myself, as being a Christian, I've developed over some time an understanding of my sense of purpose through who God made me as a human being, as a man, you know. And for a lot of times when I'm going through, well, at the moment when I did Visionary Search, I was somewhere else as far as what my purpose was. It was very inspirational. I like to look at other people's situations and try to figure out how to help them be happier or just whatever. And so, like, where I think I'm at now is more of a sense of purpose as me as being a man and trying to dive into that. So when I'm looking at things, it's usually just when I see stuff. When I see something, I always just start thinking about stuff. And, and it's not necessarily always in words or can be as coherent as that. It's just I start seeing things, I start figuring out ways and just developing stuff. But a lot of times I will say there's other pieces, whether it be music, a lot of times films, where I'll get some heavy inspirations on where, you know, you have a person or people that's trying to accomplish something or just trying to be them who just the whole idea of sense of purpose. When I find people who are really pushing for their sense of purpose and what it is that they believe in, it really just kind of tugs at me, you know.
Right.
And so because I like to think that everybody has there are a lot of people who don't have a sense of purpose, or there are people who don't, and they need to kind of help find that. So sometimes I try to, I don't know, it's just somewhere. It's not something that makes sense right away.
Right.
I'm not in that space right now. I'm kind of somewhere where I'm trying to just enjoy some of the craft and the stuff that I can do. But when it comes, it comes pretty heavy, and I kind of hide away and try to figure it out.
Right.
Not on purpose. It just happens. I'm reading stuff. I'm listening to stuff, and but I would say that's where it kind of probably comes from. It's just the sense of purpose.
That's cool. I usually hear people saying like their music that they listen to, or you know, they go in a room and read a book or this and that. So it's pretty cool to see that you get inspiration off other people. So that's really, really good, and it makes not only a sense of purpose, but maybe a closer interaction with the people that's listening to your music because they know that where you're coming from, the root of where it's coming from. So that's pretty cool.
That's awesome. That's definitely dope.
So let me ask you this real quick. Do you consider your music to be neo-soul, religious, what would you, R&B, where would you categorize in the genre?
It's hard for me to say because I will say that there's a lot of inspirations that come from all over the place. And a lot of my inspirations are actually outside of, I guess, my cultural background being, you know, African American. I like a lot of folk music. I like a lot of, I don't want to say, I forget what it's called, like punk rock. I like it's mostly because of, like, textures and stuff. I tend to find that lyrics and a lot of the hip hop, R&B and stuff are pretty good. But I also like, you know, a lot of folk lyrics, but the textures of, like, folk music, you know, some rock stuff and some like Beatles stuff, or people like can't remember his name, like Queen, and some stuff like that. I like the textures and how they kind of give like a filmic feel, you know.
Yeah,
and I like to dive into that a lot, and you know, from drums to the synths and just to the palettes that they tend to put together for the music. And I just tried to find my own little balance of, and I think with the Visionary Search, I think I did a pretty good job of capturing that balance that I understood at the time. Right now, I'm in a phase where I'm trying to find a little bit more of a balance of I mean, just a better balance of it, I guess. It's a different shift, but I probably won't be rapping as much on this next piece, or just saying much. You know, like I kind of find like a more feeling based, I guess, you know. But I do want the lyrics to kind of direct the attention on this is what I'm talking about, and this is where I'm kind of wanting you to go think about things. So
you're working on the project?
Kind of, sort of. Not. It's just like Visionary Search was more deliberate. With this next one, because I'm in a place where I'm still trying to figure out and follow this thing of who I am as I'm developing more into a man. I want to, you know, kind of be open to the transition piece of it all, because I'm still learning, you know, as myself as a man, what that is, what you know, I have to practice some things or whatever, but I want to be able to capture it in a way that I understand it more. So as I'm understanding, I feel like things will become more solid to, you know, as a piece of work. So I have a handful of different tracks and production that I put together so far, but I just gotta make sure it all makes sense cohesively.
Right. Now Robert has helped a lot of people. As he mentioned, he's always trying to guide and help people. He's helped a lot of people. He's helped my sister, Life on the Virtue, produce a lot of her songs. He's worked with Passionate. He's worked with Danny Blaze. He's worked with a lot of people here in Augusta. But he also was one of the executive producers. Well, it was me and him. But we're the executive producers of the Lions Den soundtrack, which took a long time for us to put together. But it was definitely a great effort. It's definitely a great album. Now when I came to you with the idea to produce the soundtrack, like, what was your initial thing? Because I know, like, you watched it, like, maybe bits and pieces of the show, but it's kind of like when I first was like, hey, Rob, I'm going to do this soundtrack. Like, what was your initial thought?
And see, this is where it comes into that creative piece, what you're talking about. When I'm handed something, I like to study it. I like to get the feeling of it. What's the interpretation? What's the point of view? What's going on with whatever the project is? And so I tend to kind of just dive into studying, is what I like to call it. And so when I was seeing from the show is, you know, definitely a lot about passions, a lot about I think, you know, you had my own interpretation was, you know, it was a group of people who were having issues trying to cope with each other, and they were still trying to, you know, have a Christian background, or at least that's what some of them come from in the show. And so just trying to capture that feeling of emotions when it comes to dealing with family and people and trying to keep connections going and being strong as individual persons and some things. So I think that's where the
I'll be like,
What's your Tamika?
It does take some time. Sometimes it's quicker than others. But
I don't know. I'm just being honest.
Yeah.
So I just really do think that's cool that you can look at someone's life and you can actually make something, or you can look at a piece of artwork and you can make something for that piece.
Yeah.
Or for that time frame.
But what it's about, like I said, we always say, it's about finding your purpose and finding your gift. Because, like I said, if I came to you and to me, I'm gonna do a soundtrack, you're gonna look at me like, you know what I'm saying? Because that's not your gift.
It's not.
That's not your passion, right? Where you might like music, but as you producing it, that's not where you at. That, you know, that's not your lane. You know what I'm saying? So, and then, like, you know, for people, because a lot of people come to me like, Carlton, how do you write all that stuff? I'm like, because that's what I do. That's what's birthed within me. So it's like the same thing with Rob. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, the music, that's his thing. You know, that this kind of just, he has the way his brain works amazes me, because I'll sit and watch him sometimes. And I'm just like, wow, like, this dude is like amazing, you know what I'm saying? And like and I just want you to know, brother, you're inspiration to me, man. Like I said, I know you say a lot that I inspire you sometimes, but dude, like, I look at you, I'm just like, this guy is just like, I like to be around people like Rob, because it's like you rub off on me. I don't know if you know that now, but you help me a lot, and I just really appreciate not just you as an artist, but as a friend. You know what I'm saying? That friendship means a lot to me, because I be like, dang, I'm serious. I don't want to be like, I'm not putting you on a pedestal, but it's like, you know, I see how you follow God, and I see how you value your relationship with Christ, and I see how you're just so professional, so creative, and just so loving, and you're just an all around good guy. And I was like, dang, like, if I just get like a piece of that, because, you know, I got me a temper, I got me a mouth,
right?
I got me everything.
It's hard to find people that's willing to help you and want to see you do just as good as them, you know.
And he's such a humble person, and I think that's admirable. I love it.
The saying goes, people want to see you do good, but not as great as them. And Robert's one of the people that I can say it doesn't work out for him, because you can just know from his humble spirit. I mean, you only see him now, but we see him all the time, and how humble he is with everything that he does, and he's always, you know, checking on you and seeing how you're doing and asking how your day is going. And I really do feel like he's concerned. Like, if I was to say my day sucks, he would want to talk to me about my day, not just asking because it's something that it's a tradition that we do every time we see someone. So,
and don't let you have a mad face on your face.
Oh my God!
Especially this one, because I'll be looking all mean. He's like,
what's wrong?
What's wrong? You all right? You good?
Me, on the other hand, I say, all right, Carlton, when you ready to talk about it? all the time. Me and Carlton got a different relationship.
We do,
bruh. I love you when you ready to talk about it.
Because she know how I am. But like I said, we all have a different relationship. Like I said, Rob knows how I am. When Rob comes to me, I'm like, okay, he knows I need to talk clearly.
Right.
But when Tamika come at me, she be like, you know, all right, I'm gonna let you do you
but
for a
it's because
second.
I also have a temper.
Right.
And see, I don't need his temper to go with my temper because Jesus is still working on us. We're praying every day.
Yes,
for
high five on that.
And so our tempers together just don't work well. You need some yin and some yang. We two yins, no yang. Just gonna be honest. Gotta be honest.
All right, so Artist Sensey, you're here. You have a new video. Tell us about that. We almost ran out of time. Ignore the beat.
Okay.
Tell us about your video.
So yeah, this next video is basically a piece that was put together by a group called Paragon's Nest, which is basically me and another guy named Dion Amara, who's of Red Cardinal Productions, and it's just an effort of us just trying to creatively do stuff that we can't. We want to say we can't, but we wouldn't necessarily do for ourselves per se. We just want to have fun, just kind of run, gun, shoot. And this next video actually wasn't really it's kind of run and gun shoot, but it ended up being a little bit more complex than what we were aiming for when it comes to stuff with Paragon's Nest. And so like it's just a little dance video. Just had fun putting it together. It was like quick thought. I made up a song called Love Dance, and just thought it'd be fun. The way the beat goes and everything, I just thought it'd be fun to make like a little dance video. His production company, Red Cardinal, he has a little cardinal mask that he uses for some of his promotions and stuff. And so my favorite animal is owl, and I just was like, well, let me get me an owl mask and we'll just kind of run around dancing and stuff like that. So I thought it'd be fun. But we also have some other little pieces that we want to do. So
I love it for two reasons. One, because you guys are having fun making art for the sake of art, and two, I love it because y'all came together and it's about collaboration. I love people who uplift each other. I think that's beautiful. We talk about that all the time. Let's stop being crabs in a barrel. That was outside though.
But I love the thought of it.
I love it. Exactly. So Robert, we're gonna let you do the honors. I'm gonna look right here. And we're gonna let you throw to your video and throw to the break.
All right. So here's Paragon's Nest presents Love Dance. Hope you enjoy it. If you got some nice shoes and a nice little room, go ahead and get ready to jig because it'll probably make you move. So enjoy.
Dance, love, dance. Dance, love, dance. Yeah, dance, love, dance. Dance, dance. I just want to dance, but don't worry about who I am, because I just want to dance. So there's no need to worry about who I am. I just wanna dance, 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 love, dance. Dance, dance, love, dance. Dance, dance, love, dance. Yeah, check me out, but please don't look too long. It makes me nervous and I might do something wrong. I'm quite shy, really. I mean, I only got 2 feet. And I wanna move them to the beat, or stomp them, clap them, however it be. I just wanna dance, but don't worry about who I am, because I just wanna dance. Yeah, so don't worry about who I am. Don't worry, just go 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1 again, 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1 again, 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1 again. Yeah, you got it. Now move. Listen carefully to the groove, and you can never lose. They're trying to tell you what to do, but come on, it's you. You know yourself better than anyone else. Don't ask for help unless they can help. You know, like family, maybe close friends. But anyway, they're all here to dance. So dance, just dance. I just wanna dance. I just wanna dance. I just wanna dance. Yeah. And I just wanna dance. Don't worry about who I am. Yeah, I just wanna dance. There's no need to worry about who I am. No, dance, dance, love, dance, 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 love, dance, 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 love, dance. Keep dancing, y'all. Yeah.
Let's see what you got, Frankie Beverly Mays.
You pay the real one. I pay the real one. I pay. Frankie Beverly Mays. I pay those. I didn't know.
I just want to dance.
There you go.
So there's no need to worry about who I am. I just want to dance.
Have fun.
Dance.
Dance.
Love, dance.
And love. Have fun.
Dance. Dance, love, dance.
Right there.
Remix.
Dance,
Love, baby.
Dance, love,
It's
dance.
true love. Frankie Beverly Mays. Love is the key. And we are one.
Please don't look too long.
Please, don't hate.
It makes me nervous.
Me too.
And I might do something
wrong.
wrong.
I'm not a killer, don't make me.
Quite shy, really.
I
mean, I only got 2 feet. And I wanna move them too.
All right, that was artist Sensey. That was his new video, Love Dance.
Yeah.
Love Dance. That was awesome. I loved it. And if you guys, if artist Sensey told us to tell you guys that if you guys want to send your Love Dance videos, you can do so. You can like dance. You do not have to wear a mask. But I suggest you do. You probably be more than doing a video.
Right.
Yeah, more silly. But definitely, if you want to send in your video to the song Love Dance, go to his Facebook fan page, Artist Sensey. Send in your videos dancing to his song Love Dance. I think that'd be real cool. Make it like a little. He gonna like probably put it together, make another video with it. And you might see your face. So that'd be awesome. That'd be cool.
Pretty cool.
All right, so we're gonna jump to a story that we've been talking about for the last few weeks. As we create a lot of controversy. The show, of course, VH1. Now canceled reality show Sorority Sisters. Sorority Sisters has been canceled, sorta, kinda. What's happening is VH1 is pushing the show back to like air the last 3 episodes on a Friday night, like starting at like midnight. And so pretty much they're gonna show all 3 episodes, and then that's it. Well, VH1 hasn't officially canceled the show yet. They haven't made the announcement yet, but we all know who work in TV that when they move your show to another time that nobody's going to be up to watch, that means you're on the road to cancellation.
Death to your show.
That's just gone. And it's done. And so even one of the Deltas that was on the show, she did release a statement saying, no, it's not canceled. I don't know why people putting these rumors out that it's canceled. Girl.
It's canceled.
Get your life. It's canceled. It's canceled, baby.
Give it up.
It's over. I mean,
you know, you fighting for that check and all, but give it up. It's canceled.
It's canceled. I mean, you know, at least I hope you spend your money wisely. That's all I'm gonna say about that one. But like I said again, I just want to say again, I'm not trying to come at sororities or fraternities. Not coming at you. As much effort that was put into getting rid of this show. Let's use that effort to do other things for other things. Like, you know, so I feel like, yo, y'all help make a step in the right direction for one cause. Let's continue to build that momentum. I just feel like, again, I'm just a person that says I'm guilty of watching ratchet TV, but at the end of the day, to keep it real, if we're gonna get rid of this show, let's get rid of all the shows that make our African American women look bad.
I do agree with that. I totally agree. One thing that I can say is, you know, earlier we were talking about legacies and how, you know, our ancestors fought for them and all this stuff. Well, this month, January, is most of Divine Nine's Founders Day. You know, I just celebrated my Founders Day on Tuesday. The AKA celebrate their Founders Day on Thursday of this week. You know, the Zetas, all that stuff. So just, you know, if you're watching and you're a part of a sorority or fraternity or anything like that, keep in mind not only did Martin Luther King, but you know, like Delta Sigma Theta, we started at a women's suffrage march where women were fighting for their rights to vote. Black women weren't even relevant. It was white women fighting for their rights to vote. We still walked in it because one day we knew we was going to have to fight for the same right. So just think about those things. Think about why it's canceled. You know, like you said, other shows like that. And like you said, we've gotten spoiled and we've gotten beyond what we really fought for. And we can say that we're to blame for some of that stuff, because for some of those ratings we have watched it, so we can come back and say how ratchet it was and all that great stuff.
Right.
No one's perfect, but at some point we have to take a step back and look at ourselves.
That's true.
And look at what we're promoting and look at what we're willing to watch and what we're willing to pay for cable TV to watch and let people exploit. They're only gonna do what we're allowing them to do.
What we're giving them. And a lot of people try to say, reality TV is fake. Yeah, I go with that notion, but they only can work with what you give them. So you can't really be don't give them exactly. They won't edit
that's
it.
True.
They'll cut you out because you're boring.
For shows like us, hard-working people trying to make a living, trying to be positive, trying to promote and push positivity. And I would love to see a show like that. I would actually watch that. Real World kind of started that way. It was real positive. It started that way, and then it just went real left. Spiral out of control. Yeah. And once again, you allow it once, it's going to continue to happen. It's going to snowball. So I am happy that, it's moved to a death time. And I really do hope that this is in the process of it completely wiping out and canceling. I really do feel like it was an injustice to sororities, fraternities, to all of that. I hope that the preacher's daughters is counseled as well, because I just really feel like it's an injustice.
I agree. I definitely agree. So let's continue to move forward in positivity, and let's continue to move forward and continue to progress. I think that's the main thing that we want to do in 2015. 2015 is all about progression. Progression,
pushing forward, positivity. The peace! Yes!
Moving forward, moving on. Of course, a lot of us have a bad taste in our mouth when it comes to Lifetime. Because unfortunately that Aaliyah movie came out and it was a disgrace. Speaking of disgracing legacies, that movie definitely it just soured Lifetime TV. It was horrible, despite the fact that it did have high ratings, because all of us did watch it for the horribility of it.
We did. Horribility.
But it was bad. But now because of that, a lot of people are like, okay, how's this Whitney Houston movie going to be? So that comes out, that comes out tomorrow. Is it tomorrow or Sunday?
Saturday.
So tomorrow. Yeah, so Saturday. Tomorrow. So tomorrow. So it comes out tomorrow, you guys.
But it'll probably be on Sunday, though.
Probably. So a lot of people have their doubts because, again, this is a Lifetime movie. But I'm going to say here instead, I think it's going to be great because, one, Angela Bassett is a beast. She's directing this film. This is her first this is her directorial debut. So she's a beast. She's a phenomenal actress, a phenomenal woman. Yes. She sets a great example. She just always has this presence about her that just says excellence, and that's what I love about her. Mm-hmm. And so she's directing this movie, and she actually knew Whitney Houston.
Right.
She's worked with Whitney Houston. Yes. She had a relationship with her, so she knows things that she can bring her relationship with Whitney Houston into the forefront with this movie. The difference with that is with the Aaliyah movie, I just feel like they just did it. They threw it together. They didn't even care, and because the fact of Aaliyah's family said we aren't with it. They're gonna do it anyway, and it tanked. It tanked, and it messed up. So I'm with this Whitney Houston movie. I really think it's gonna be different. I think it's gonna be great. Mm-hmm. I'm really excited. Yaya DaCosta's playing Whitney.
I love Yaya. I named my dog after her when she was on America's Next Top Model. Mm-hmm. She is so beautiful to me inside and out. She's such a great person. Yeah, and she's a good actress too, because she's been in some stuff too. And she was on The Butler, which I didn't know. I watched that not too long ago, and I thought that's Yaya. So she's a really good actress. So I'm really excited to see her in this role. She got cussed out and all that stuff. She was on there, so yeah.
Yeah,
I trust Angela Bassett's judgment. Like you said, she's a phenomenal actress. She played Tina Turner. She played Michael Jackson's mama. Yeah. She played all these pivotal roles in African American history and just history and music history in general. So I really do trust that she's going to give it the 100 and push her actors and everything to give it the 100 that she gave. Like I believe her in everything she's in. It's crazy when you can watch someone play one role, and next movie come on, and you believe them in the next role. And it's like, okay, you was just this person, and I believe you as this person. I really do feel like Angela Bassett's gonna do a great job. Yes, it's a sour taste in my mouth, but I'm not even gonna go in looking at it that way. I'm gonna go in looking at it like this is gonna be a phenomenal film.
Exactly.
They actually put a little snippet. It's like a little 5-minute thing together. And if you go to Lifetime's website, you can see it. And just the behind the scenes alone. And the fact that how they made Yaya look as much like Whitney as they could with the makeup and with the hair and all this stuff. I really think they went overboard, and I really think this is going to be a good project. And plus, Lifetime probably gave her a few more coins.
Yeah.
Like, okay, the last one wouldn't give you a few more coins.
Right. We're gonna help you out here.
We're gonna amp this one. So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I'm really excited
Me
about seeing
too.
this movie. Looking forward to it. Whitney Houston was definitely a legend. She will be missed, but her music lives on forever. And I hope that this movie helps enhance her legacy and not tarnish it. So,
And it airs 8 o'clock Eastern time tomorrow.
So, yes, definitely. Y'all check it out. And like I said, when you're in Chicago folk, y'all see this every day. This episode Carlton Says live every day. Just watch, check out the Whitney Houston movie when it comes on. Let's support our own, and let's make sure it does great in the ratings. I think it'll be. I think it's a positive step forward.
And it's a step forward to getting more. The one thing I think that's positive about this is that Aaliyah was an African American artist, and she was a big impact in our community. And Whitney Houston,
especially in our generation.
In our generation, and Whitney Houston as well. And I just like to push forward to what they're doing with our music. You know what I'm saying? Because we even had to fight for a James Brown movie. So the fact that they take that and they're saying, okay, even though it's not the big screen, we're going to pay homage. I really do feel like it's a great step in the right direction. So let's, with the Betty and Loretta and the Michael Jackson and all that stuff, they're talking about doing one of those films. Let's just really, really, really go in with the open mind. Let's look at it and let's support it.
Yeah, I think that's very important.
Yeah.
Definitely very, very important to do. All right, so last topic, of course, we like watch TV. We have our favorite TV shows that we like to watch every now and again, and we will discuss them. We are going to talk about this week. The Game premiered its 8th season. We brushed on it a little bit last week, but it actually came out this week. Of course, if you guys haven't watched it, I'm going to spoil it just a little bit, not too much, but of course it's picking back up when Jason told Kelly that he loved her at the altar, getting remarried to his wife, Chardonnay. They was renewing their vows, but he told Kelly Pitts, I love you, I want to be with you.
Right.
And so, but she broke it to him saying, yo, I got somebody else. But come to find out, she was actually lying because she wants to separate herself away from that situation.
So really he did it for no reason because Kelly doesn't want him. What? I'm like, Kelly, you play too many games because you came back like, this is my family and and all this stuff, and then it's like, so you don't want them?
I feel like she's
I really feel like you play too many games.
Yeah.
Also, Tasha Mack.
And Tasha Mack, she done had her baby, and her and Pookie are.
We can see how she handled.
Yeah.
Trying to be a mother the right way the second time
around. Right, at 45 or whatever.
I still don't trust it.
But yeah, Pookie is saying he wants to be with his daughter. He threatened to take her back to Richmond, but then they kind of came to an understanding. And then, of course, Malik's trying to get back on the field. That's not doing too well.
Hashtag fail.
Right. And then, of course, we have Kira and Blue. They ran out to get married, but come to find out that they didn't because Kira still wants to do the Woody Allen movie. She's going to go away and film that. And Blue was just saying, he loves her and he just needs her here with him because she's the only family that he has. And
I really, I was telling Carlton before we got on air that I'm starting to fall in love with their character. I did not want to like them. I came in like, whatever, fake Melanie and Derwin. But I honestly feel like they were really, really cute this episode. And I like where it's headed. I like how they ended up didn't get married. I'm not going to spoil it for you, but I like how funny that whole little scene was and why they didn't get to the point to where they was trying to go to get married. But
yeah,
I like it. I will say I'm gonna watch it again.
Yeah, I think a lot of people again. You have the true gamers that watch seasons 1 through 3, and then they're like, see when they got to season 4, it's like, this is not good. And especially when Tia and Pooch left before season 6, a lot of people actually stopped watching the game because of that. So you have the Melody and Derwin gamers, and then you have the Blue and Kira.
I was just about to say that because on the flip side is the Blue and Kira, because my sister who's 17 is Blue and Kira. She's team Blue and Kira because she doesn't really know much about Melody and Derwin. Right. She didn't grow up with med school like we did. Right. So
it's a flip side of it. I will say this. To be honest, I am glad that the show is coming to an end. Mm-hmm. I do kind of feel like it's been drawn out too far, and it kind of lost the originality that it had when it first came out. I'm not saying shows can't evolve, because as a writer myself, shows have to evolve, and especially when actors decide not to come back to the show, you have to do creative things to keep the audience's attention. So I definitely get it on the creative side, but on the viewer side, I'm like,
Sometimes you just got to
Yeah,
give it up.
you guys gotta
Maybe if you just do a spinoff, even if you did something with just Blue and Kira, like they moved somewhere else or something like that. Just
You
like,
really fight for Blue and Kira?
I really like Kira. I'm not gonna lie.
But
Out of all the little groups in this show, Blue and Kira is the one that I'm fighting for. To be honest with you, I mean, Brandy,
I love Brandy.
I love Brandy in general.
Brandy.
Maybe Brandy can be their fairy godmother.
You tripping? Good night on that note. You tripping? And for me, it was nice to see Dion. She hasn't been on there since season 3, so it was.
I was so excited.
I was excited.
So really gonna get that one?
Sorry, I was excited, so I gave it away. Shanti Lori, I love her. I think she's
so
amazing.
Pretty.
She's so beautiful. I love her so
like
much.
She aged a bit, do she?
Mm-mm.
She really looks good.
I'm gonna say this. Me and my sister Kim was talking about this. When Tasha held the door open to talk to Chardonnay, and all the girls walked in, I was slick saying, "Oh, it's Melody." Why?
I know that. So I was like, okay.
I was like, "Oh, it's Melody coming," but she didn't.
I thought she hadn't lied to us. I'm
Right.
like, you know what?
But I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna put this out there. I think Tia told a little fib. I think remember when Beyonce performed in the Super Bowl, and Michelle and Kelly both was saying, "No, we're not gonna be there. We're not gonna be there. We're not performing." And then boom, they popped up and they was there.
I don't think she lied though.
I do. I think she is.
I think Michelle and Kelly didn't want to spoil the surprise that they did about Blue Ivy. I think that Tia is really not gonna do that.
I just can't fathom the game ending without Melanie and Darwin. I mean, even a video conference, like, "Hey y'all," I mean, just something. I can't fathom it ending without at least seeing their faces, or at least them being mentioned. It just doesn't seem like it ends. Like, I must throw this. A lot of people don't watch One Tree Hill. That's one of my favorite shows. And 2 of the main characters, Lucas and Peyton, the show ended without them, and it was just like, oh, like the show ended, but it just kind of, to me, it seemed incomplete because the show that it started off being about, they weren't there. So that's how I feel about the game. Even though they moved on, it's kind of just like,
we're gonna pray for Carlton's closure with this situation.
Gotta give it to Jamie Foxx. For those who don't know about that, gotta give it to, because she tried it. She tried it. She tried it.
Goodness.
Well, with that note, we are so grateful for you guys tuning in. That is it. Our show is over. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to Carlton Says Live. We love y'all, and we will see y'all next week.
Appreciate it. See you next week.
PCZ up in this machine.
It was Friday.
Hey,